Hey, welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It's your boy Marvin. I've been away on holiday for a few weeks, traveling throughout Southeast Asia, which was beautiful, very, very relaxing. Sometimes, like anything, you have to switch off and just enjoy your time and regather your thoughts, get your health up, businesses up, new ideas, and a lot of good things are coming. I'm going to get straight into Kanye West. I think you've probably all heard about it, who's been following me and following Kanye West and Bianca, the boat incident. I'm going to get straight into it at the end of it because a lot of people want to know who this mysterious woman is as well. Dressed in black, a headscarf and sunglasses, was aboard the Venice Canal boat where Kanye West and wife Bianca censori were snapped in an apparently compromising position last month. The couple has been accused of public indecency by Italian authorities on August the 28th after the rapper 46 was snapped with his pants down with censori nestled between his legs in front of gawking tourists. Do you know what? I I wanted them to sort of be a bit more classier than that. There were articles sometimes that Bianca was dressed in sometimes hardly anything, which was a bit true, but because we loved him so much and we were happy that Kanye had basically found someone that loves him. But, don't lose your dignity. Don't lose it where the public can see what you're doing or, have an idea in what you're doing. It's just been absolutely crazy. To carry on, a rep from the Italian boat rental company noted that the third person on board, who has not been identified, had obstructed the captain's view to the back of the boat, so basically he couldn't see. It seems the tourists weren't the only witnesses to Kanye West and wife Bianca Censori. It's just nuts at the end of the day. Quite a few people have said the pair were accused of public indecency by the Italian authorities on August the 28th after the controversial rapper 46 was snapped with his pants down with his Australian bride. 28 nuzzled between his legs during a water taxi ride on a famous canal. I shouldn't laugh, but it's so silly what they've done. He's really put himself, Kanye, in, and she has as well. But like I said, Kanye is kind of domineering, so he sometimes gets her to do stuff she doesn't want to do. And yes, she turned around and said no, but at 46 years of age, Kanye should have known better. The two were slammed for engaging in an apparent lewd act in front of dozens of gawking tourists. However, the dailymail.com can reveal that a third passenger had also been on board at the time and likely got in front row view of the couple's race display that ultimately got them banned from future boat rides. Unbelievable. Whilst West was pictured exposing his bare buttocks as Censori knelt in front of him at the back of the vessel, the shadowy woman, who has not been identified, can be seen standing behind the boat's captain at the bow. Jesus Christ. It just doesn't look good, does it? It just doesn't look good. A shadowy woman has not been identified, can be seen standing behind the boat's captain at the bow, as you can see there. My God, that's embarrassing. That really is. That's not good. Jesus Christ. The mysterious guest was appeared to be concealing her identity in an all-black assembly, headscarf and dark sunglasses, also returned inside the boat. That's pretty blatant for people to see what the hell's actually going on. That's so embarrassing. Oh my That's terrible. That really is. That is just unbelievable. What is he playing at?
You're built different.
You in a second.
You just keep going and going and going. Find, fix and save. That's the eBay way.
Ho chiesto ora.
Unbelievable. I think that's the end of the video there anyway, excuse me. But pretty blatant. Photos taken shortly after the alleged racy act shows the mysterious guest who appeared to be concealing her identity in an all-black assembly headscarf, sunglasses. Yeah, we know that. The rap artist officially goes by Ye, eventually adjusts his pants and joins the two women inside. The trio were later snapped to disembark in the boat together before going on a stroll around the romantic city. It is unknown if the woman was aware that an indecent act was taking place during the ride, or if the couple chose to act on an opportune time when the friend made her way to the front of the boat. Earlier this week, the Mail Online exclusively revealed that the police in Venice are now investigating the incident and have been identified the driver of the water taxi who expected to be questioned about what he witnessed. The Italian rental company also noted that the third person in the board of the taxi, who was riding with Ye and censori, had obstructed the captain's view to the back of the boat. Oh, God. The couple's friends seemed to spend much of the time up front with the boat's captain, as West censori got some alone time at the back of the vessel. It appeared that things were getting very steamy, and as censori faced the hitmaker and at one point rested her elbows on his. Photos taken shortly after the alleged racy act show censori back inside the hull of the boat while West remains exposed, sitting on the back of the deck. Unbelievable. The rap artist, who is now officially goes by Ye, eventually adjusted his pants and joined the two women inside. Police are also asking for photographers to hand over any images that went around the world. A Venice police source said there are standards of public decorum that have been followed by tourists and locals alike. Any breaches are severely punished. The images of West with his trousers down while in a taxi as he and his partner crossed the lagoon were seen all over the globe. You could clearly see his trousers were half down, and we have received complaints from people who witnessed this. And now he have identified the driver of the boat and will be asking what he saw as well. The images show the couple clearly in a state of intimacy, and if the local prosecutor decides to press charges, then we will notify the couple, most probably through the relevant embassies. The offence has been investigated in acts contrary to public decency, which is punishable by administrative sanctions. The couple appear to be blissfully aware of the groups of tourists sailing past, the latest in the line of Bundry, breaking public outings that have caused scandals among Italian locals. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Sometimes you've got to have a little bit of class. Do you know what I mean? You really have to. And look, it goes on. You know, you can't do this when you're a famous star. And we've gone on to say the Italian rental company noted that the third person on the board of the taxi was riding with Ye and Mrs. Censori had obstructed the captain's view to the back of the boat. The company has since banned the couple from using the boats in the future. Yeah. Good on them. You know, we were singing their praises, and I have done a lot, basically, since that happened. Last month, the Tanya Locans complained to the police that the 20-year-old was walking around in public virtually naked. She managed to avoid a fine, but if convicted of public indecence, she could face a fine of $5,000 to $10,000. Look, it's what it is. You know, you cannot take the piss when you're abroad or you thinking that you're above the law. When I heard about it, I was fairly embarrassed. But sometimes Kanye don't half let himself down. After sort of all the fallouts with Kim, he being depressed, he meets a beautiful wife, and then he goes and does this at the end of the day. I've always said to myself, he's not perfect. He's not perfect at the end of the day. So, hey, look, right? We know we got married in January, a private ceremony. But look, please, have respect for other people while you're around. Yes, we know you're famous. Yes, we know you've got a beautiful wife. And yes, it was completely and utterly out of order at the end of the day. There was no class there shown at the end of the day. I don't know whether, you know, he wanted to make a scene or to keep him relevant. Maybe he's got Kim's disease, who wants to be out there, but that was a silly and disrespectful thing to do, especially in another country. Do you know what I mean? And you can keep those things indoors. You don't need to share them with the whole world, because it made big news, and I thought I'd talk about it when I'd actually get back at the end of the day. So I hope they learn from this, and I hope they do get a fine actually at the end of this, so they don't do it again. And I noticed that Bianca's a lot more covered up these days, which is probably a bit of a good thing. Anyway, that's my view on the point. Don't do it again, Kanye. Don't embarrass your fans. Don't embarrass, your wife, your friends, Italy, because it's really, really unfair. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment. I'm glad to be back, and I'm going to have some more cover videos coming soon. Thank you. Take care, guys.